Alright, YouTube, this is going to be a little informational video about cover 4 and the different type of cover 4s out there. There are different type of cover 4s and they do react differently to the same play. So that's what we're going to get into. You have cover 4 quarters, you have cover 4 drop, show 2, you have cover 4 palms, you have cover 4 drop, and then you also have just straight up cover 4 show 2 without the drop in it. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll start off with probably the most popular one, which is going to be a cover 4 drop. And it's probably the cover 4 you're going to want to stick with. And you'll see why when we get to the practice field. So let's go ahead and pick cover 4 drop. Alright, so I'm going to set up the offense the same on every cover 4 that we go against. This is how it's going to be. I'm going to have X and B on little screen routes. And then everybody else is just going to be on the street. And just pay attention to how the defense reacts to the routes. You're going to see that every cover 4 reacts different to the same play. So let's go ahead and call hut and see how the defense reacts to it. This is cover 4 drop. By no means am I trying to beat the coverage. I just want to give you a visual of what's going on depending on what cover 4 you're picking. Like I said, this is cover 4 drop. Pay attention to the DBs in the back and what they do, because they're going to be the most important part of all these cover 4s. On cover 4 drop, that's usually the play you're going to pick when you want to stop those deep money plays downfield, because your DBs are just going to go back. That's what they're going to do. That's why it's called drop. They're just going to drop back downfield. You can see that's what they all do. They stay in their zone and they're just dropping back downfield. Now, cover 4 drop is also the cover 4 that also gets beat on the flats a lot. Most of the time when people are playing cover 4 drop, they're not worried about the flats, and that's why routes like this, or like the running back going out to the flats, always gets open, because in cover 4 drop, you're not covering the flats. You're not really worried about the flats. You're mostly worried about money plays down the field. All right, this is cover 4 quarters, same play on offense. 3 guys in the middle going on streaks, outside receivers on hitch routes. Let's call hut and see how the defense reacts to it. Once again, this is cover 4 quarters. Alright, once again, pay attention to the DB, see what they do, see how they react to the routes. Pay attention mostly on this play to the outside DBs. Watch as I call hut. They react to those flat plays. You can see they pause for a second, like as if they're going to guard that. And they realize, okay, I got to drop back. Then they drop back. By that time, if I had another receiver on the left side and he was kind of like the one on the right, he's going to blow by him just like the guy on the right side did. You can see that it's kind of like a cover 2 in a sense, because they stay to watch that flat and then they decide to go back. You can see the 2 safeties on top are kind of reacting like a cover 2, and then that linebacker in the middle is kind of sticking with the inside tight end, but once you get past that zone, he's not going to really help you with them. And also you can pay attention to the linebackers that are in those curl flats. They're actually playing a little bit closer to the line and actually guarding the screen routes. And you can see right here, as we're calling hut, they kind of stay lower than they usually would with a cover 4 drop. So cover 4 quarters is a different style of cover 4. So they kind of stay in their zones better when it comes to those linebackers. But I don't like how the cornerbacks react. Like I said, it kind of feels like a cover 2, and then they decide to drop back. And that's definitely how, if you were to pick a cover 2 play, that's how they would react to it on a cover 2 play. Only the cornerbacks would probably stay a little bit more towards those screen routes. All right, same setup on offense. 3 receivers in the inside going on streaks, outside receiver doing a hitch route. This is going to be against cover 4 palms. Let's call hut and see how the defense reacts to it. Alright, you got to be careful when you're picking this cover 4 palms, because cover 4 palms is basically man coverage for those DBs over the top. You can see the outside cornerbacks instantly go to the hitch route and they stick with the hitch route. And then you can see how that safety slash cornerback on number 14 sticks with him like it's man coverage. He's normally playing like a curl flat zone, that purple zone. And just pay attention to how the DBs react to this. This is still a cover 4, but it's basically a man coverage. You can see, look at the DB over here. He's stuck with him like it's man coverage. He doesn't leave him alone. He didn't necessarily do it on this side. Normally they do on both sides of the ball, but I guess he felt like he had to pick up that streak, and then that other linebacker went and tried to pick up the hitch route. But you can see, that safety, you can see the free safety, the strong safety, and then this extra slot cornerback played it as man coverage, and that's where you're able to throw it to the outside shoulder and get an easy play. Like I said, I'm not trying to beat the cover fours on these. It's just to show you how the different cover fours react to the same offense. All right, same thing on offense again. This is going to be cover 4, show 2. So basically, you're trying to act like you're in cover 2, but it's in cover 4. Be careful when you pick this play because it's going to react just like quarters. So just like quarters, in the beginning of the video, the outside DBs do play this like it is cover 2 for like the first 2 seconds, and then they drop back. So let's go ahead and call Hut and see how they react to the play. Once again, I call Hut. The 2 outside DBs, look, for the first 2 seconds, they're playing that hitch route. They're not moving. They're playing in that little zone like it's cover 2, and then they decide to drop back. This happens on cover 4 quarters and cover 4 show 2. That's the top safety, the strong safety. He's not going to pick up the inside streak. He's always going to pick up the outside streak. The linebacker's going to pick up the inside streak for a little bit of time, but he backpedals, and this happens on every coverage. If you're not using that linebacker, he does a terrible job playing zone. And you can see Gronkowski just over his head, and then you see that strong safety. He's only worried about that outside streak. He's not worried about the tight end going on the streak. And that's why these other cover 4s are really not that good. And just be careful what you're picking, unless you know how to work these cover 4s, and you use them for specific reasons. Other than that, your best bet is just to stick with cover 4 drop if you're trying to stop something over the top. And if you are picking cover 4 drop, and you got somebody throwing it to the flats, well, make sure you put a zone in the flat somewhere. Say they have a running back next to the quarterback and he keeps running to the flat. Grab your DN or your outside linebacker, put him on the flat if he's blitzing, and that'll help you guard that flat. But you can see right here, it's another kind of like a cover 2/man, because they're only worried about those outside zones. They're only worried about those outside streaks, and they're kind of leaving the linebacker to pick up anything on the inside, and he does a terrible job of helping out, and it's just an easy pass down the middle. Alright, that's going to be it for this video. I just kind of wanted to give y'all a little informational video about cover 4, because I've noticed some people that they pick cover 4 against me, and I beat them real easy down the field, and I'm not sure if they know what they're picking. You might be thinking you see those zones, supposed to be going to those zones in the picture in the play call, but they're doing something different, like especially cover 4 palms. It ends up being like a man coverage play, and a lot of people might not know that, and hopefully this video can help y'all. If you're trying to stop something downfield, just go with cover 4 drop. I didn't throw in cover 4 drop show 2. That's basically just cover 4 drop. They're going to do the same thing, and they really don't even show 2 that well. So just know what you're picking. I didn't want to make this video too long. I hope y'all enjoy the video. I hope y'all can learn something from it. Go ahead, like, subscribe, share the videos. We're getting there to that 200 subscriber. Still deciding if we're going to do the Xbox Series S giveaway, or we're going to just do a cash giveaway. It still will be a good amount when it comes to the cash. I know a lot of people are PlayStation players, not so much Xbox. So we'll see what we'll do about that. But thank you for all the likes and subscribes. That's going to be it for this video. I appreciate all the love.